Hey, we're back here at Forest Lake Country Club, and it doesn't look like there's much been done on the project behind me. You can see some of the masons have blocked up some of our columns, and I love the contrast against our brown diamond wall block. It really makes the masonry product just pop. Over behind on my right, you can probably see that the waterfall, actually it's a zero-edge pool, will be cascading, but again, that has not been finished obviously either. But I've got to take you up top and talk to the boys and let's see what they've been up to, because it's been several days since we last visited, so I can't wait to show you. Oh my gosh, what the heck is this? No, it's not another hot tub. This is going to be a raised planting area, and what better things that we could put in but herbs. As you can see, this is right adjacent to our barbecue area, so we'll plant some fresh herbs, basils, chives, who knows what in here. So if they want to get some fresh herbs for their cooking, it's right here at arm's length. This will be raised up with nice soil and gravel with a nice ledge along here. So if they want, it's going to be about 18 inches high, which is a perfect level for people to sit on as well. Hey, Tom Lowry here, back at the Forest Lake Country Club with Jim Tanner, building remodeler here, who's helped orchestrate this whole project. And Jim, I'm standing inside the barbecue area and I see pipes and wires and things. Can you tell me what's going on here?
Yeah, we created this outside kitchen for Tammy and Balaji with a barbecue grill, a side burner, and a kitchen sink. And what we're going to do is end up putting a nice granite countertop around the whole surface and then custom building some cabinets inside. And outside of it, we're going to end up doing some nice stone work, and there's going to be a really nice wood pergola that's going to be constructed. We're going to do some fiberglass round columns.
Now, one thing that's important when we design these outdoor kitchen areas, it's important that you have proper heights. This inside is going to be a standard 36 inches height, but what's really nice, I'm going to walk around here and you'll notice, I might have mentioned this before, we have a step down about 6 inches, and now all of a sudden we go into a 42-inch height, which is a perfect bar height. And you heard the expression belly up to the bar. Well, this is the place to do it. Okay, again, on a previous episode, you saw where we had all these pipes exposed and everything, and you probably asked, what happened to all those pipes? Well, I'm glad you asked, because what we actually did is we brought up this grade with gravel and slag sand in order to cover them up. We have this will probably be a fountain shooting out into the pool area. I do show some sleeves here, and again, the area between the brick and the house, we'll have to dig out some of the excess gravel and slag and add nice topsoil peat mix for our planting beds. Probably along here, since we'll spend a lot of time out in the pool in the summer, we'll probably put a lot of annuals so you have color throughout the entire summer. Won't that be lovely? Okay, listen, without any good project, you got to have good people. And I tell you what, we couldn't have been blessed with a better bunch of people here. And I want to introduce to my left, this is Antonio. Say hi, Antonio.
Hi.
Hey, que pasa? All right. And then we have Warren. This is Tommy Lee.
What's up?
And our foreman, Ron Tompkins.
Hello.
And listen, Ron's been with us for what, 15, 20 years? I've lost track, for crying out loud. Okay. And then we've got some of these other guys, you know, his prodigy, you know, trying to, you know, learn some of the ropes and everything. And this couldn't have been a better project, because this has everything. This has grades, it has hardscape, it's got plumbing, it's got electrical, it's going to have plants and shrubs, and this has got everything that you could possibly think of. We got speakers, we've got TVs, we've got lights, camera, action. Here we are. So listen, thanks so much, guys. We couldn't have done it without you, man. Really appreciate your hard work. All right, Ron. All right,
buddy.
All right, take care. Thanks very much. Hey, I'm here with Mark from Medlock Masonry, who's been doing an outstanding job laying each stone inch by inch. It almost reminds me of the Three Stooges, Niagara Falls. Slowly I turn. Anyways, Mark here, you've done every stone on the house, and I see you're doing a great job. Tell me what's involved with this process.
Well, first they, they do a foundation, and then we block it up, and then we.
Okay, when you say block it up, that's this block right there. Uh-huh. And now this isn't a cultured stone. This is the real stone, isn't it?
Real deal. Yeah.
Holy smokes, it looks fantastic.
Yeah, everything on this, well, actually this job, the homeowner was going for a certain look, so every stone is cut, specifically to fit in nice and tight.
Oh my word. I mean, that's harder than a jigsaw puzzle.
Yeah, definitely, for sure.
Now, also, Mark, I noticed we've got some wide openings or gaps here. Tell me what's going on there.
Well, this has actually just been laid. It hasn't been grouted yet, so we'll come back in and we'll grout the whole thing, and once we lay it, we actually clean out the joints, and then we come back in and we grout it so it gets a tighter seal.
Oh, I see.
Yeah, and then that gives you that look over there.
Yes, I see.
A lot of times they dry stack this, but this isn't the stone that you do that.
No.
So.
Oh, it just looks wonderful. You've been doing an excellent job. And you know what one of my favorite parts is the contrast, because this is a lot more impressive than this wall. And I know that the overall plan is to put some shrubbery or something to help soften this wall, but the color contrast makes this really pop. And I think our future plans is to put some low voltage lighting up on these columns and show those off, and not so much this wall.
Like a feature wall.
Yeah.
Definitely.
So hey, Mark, good job. Keep it up. I know you're just anxious to get back to work here.
Right.
So
Oh, yeah, for sure.
All right. Thanks very much. I'm here at one of the landings and looking at this unilock quartz stone that's all been installed, but you can see we still have a lot of the big gaps. And what we're made to do here is sweep in a polymeric sand. Now, polymeric sand is a sand that when it gets wet, it will harden. And then when it gets wet again, it'll soften up. I stand corrected. When it dries, it hardens. But then if it gets wet, it'll soften up again. So in Michigan climates, frost heaving, the mortar joints won't crack up. And it'll help keep weeds out and what have you. But in essence, and this brick right now usually comes very black. It's dust right now from a lot of the brick cutting we've been doing. So in essence, the three colors of sand that we have is a gray, a dark gray, which I will show you what that looks like. And after looking at it, you'll probably agree we might want to get something of a contrast. So let's go look and see what it looks like after it's used the gray sand. Thank you. Okay, now we've set up a couple samples here with the light colored polymeric sand, and as you can see, obviously with the lighter the color, the more this brick really pops. Personally, my favorite is the sand colored, the beige colored, because we have some brown in the masonry stone already, and I think that makes a nice natural contrast. This, on the other hand, looks a little bit too much, but again, ultimately, I'll have the homeowner make the decision, but if it was up to me, I would go this one. Okay, hey Ron, we have a little dilemma here. You've heard the expression putting a round peg into a square hole. Well, that's kind of what we have here. Plus, this is a white peg that just jumps right out at us. So I think it'd look better if we can somehow change this to a different color. So what do you have? What can we come up with here?
Well, basically we got this square here. It's gonna be a lot easier too to cut in. I mean, as you can see, this is we've already cut this one in once, and it's just really hard to try to cut in a circle rather than trying to cut in a square here. So what we're going to do is we're going to remove this one,
Well, I'll be darned, Ron. Oh, this is custom. This is awesome. And then what, do we have to put this in?
Yeah, it's like a little insert slides in there, and then you put the square top that kind of matches the stone.
Oh my word, this should have been done from the get-go.
Yeah.
Okay.
Nice right here, way better. Yeah.
That gives a nice tight fit too, doesn't it?
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Oh, Ron. Then we'll just kind of tweak that and put that lid on there, and look at that. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, way better. Yeah.
That looks awesome, man. And then you'll go ahead and recut all this around, and
Yeah,
it'll be done.
Way easier to cut. Try to cut.
Oh yes. Oh, Ron, good job, man. I really appreciate your details, man.
No problem.
That's what really separates the men from the boys, because you know, details are everything. And when you have a project like this, if you don't have proper details, it jumps out at you. So I really appreciate your attention there.
Not a problem.
Awesome. Thanks very much.
Yep.
Say, here we are, beautiful sunny day, end of October, on the job here at Forest Lake Country Club, and I just want to show you some of the progress being made. You can see the, I almost want to say morticians, but they're not morticians. the masons have done a beautiful job duplicating the look from the house right onto the barbecue area. Now obviously we're still waiting for countertops and lights and cabinets. I mean, this is still a work in progress. And if we can pan down a little bit, you can see the flagstone. This is Chilton flagstone. Very, very hard, very, very heavy. And it's amazing that we don't have more hernias on this particular project. You can see we've got very wide gaps. This was done so we can add some topsoil and some steppable type plant material ground cover to be determined. I'm not certain. Obviously we got a lot of radiation here. It will be irrigated as well, but this will give a definite authentic old world look. Also, I want to point out these columns. We've got these round columns slipped over the steel beams now, and oh, this is really starting to take a look. It's given a lot more dimension, a lot more character. This is just coming together. Also too, if we can kind of come up here, I want to show you something that's kind of unique. Okay, I'm on the west side of the pool here to show you how this is being integrated between the two mediums. Again, we have the Chilton flagstone bleeding in to the Unilock ribbon stone. And you can see how we kind of cut it in to kind of give that old world look. And you can see this is very painstaking. What we have to do is put the pieces, it's almost like big jigsaw pieces down, and mark it out, and then pull it back out of the way, cut it in, and these are all different thicknesses. It's very, very labor intensive, but boy, oh boy, you can't duplicate this look. It's really one of a kind.